Birmingham Southern College, General Krulak, for having us here today for a great announcement of collaboration between the City of Birmingham and Birmingham Southern College to mark 50 years forward the commemoration of 1963, a year-long activity that will take place next year, 2013. Part of what we're trying to do with our commemoration is to look back at our history, to look how far we've come, to celebrate the heroes and sheroes of that time that made it possible for all of us to be in the positions that we're in today. But it's also a time to take note of where we are and how far we've come and where we intend to go in the next 50 years, the legacy that we leave for the younger generation at this time. Part of our efforts is to go back and look at some of the unknown events that had a significant role to play in overcoming the things that divided us in the past. I was talking with the general several weeks ago, and he brought to my attention a young lady by the name of Marty Turnipseed, who played a very significant role in the movement by her commitment to go down and participate in the sit-ins that took place in downtown Birmingham. This was a young lady who at the time was a student here at Birmingham Southern and could have just as easily turned away and said that's somebody else's problem, that's somebody else's headache, but she chose to get involved. And a lot of people don't know about that or even understand why that took place. So this gives us an opportunity to join forces with Birmingham Southern to have her story told, along with many other students who participated in marches and sit-ins in the downtown area. Oftentimes we talk about the foot soldiers, and we think in terms of the foot soldiers being predominantly African Americans, but there were many others who joined arms with them to say we're not going to tolerate segregation any longer in our community. So we're here today to join forces with Birmingham Southern to recognize Marty, along with the contributions that Birmingham Southern has made, not just in the civil rights movement, but in the 50 years since then, to put Birmingham on the map as being the cradle of an educational community being led by this liberal arts institution of Birmingham Southern. So General, I want to thank you for coming forward and locking arms with the city to say that it's time for us to recognize where we come from, where we are, and where we're going. We have a number of people that the General and I will be inviting to come here to participate in the march as well as other events. We're going to jointly invite the current Secretary of State, Secretary Hillary Clinton, along with the past Secretary of State, Ms. Condoleezza Rice, Dr. Condoleezza Rice, to participate in this event. I'll ask General Krulak to come forward at this time to share a few words about the upcoming events. General.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I like the term foot soldiers. I'd probably change the name to foot Marines, but we all understand what you're talking about. And we at Birmingham Southern College are extremely excited about the opportunity to celebrate and commemorate the events of 50 years ago. And I could not agree more with the mayor. This is not just about looking at a magnificent, important, and critical history, but it's also about where are we today and where are we going to be tomorrow. And I think what you're seeing is that the mayor and I are convinced that where we're going to be tomorrow is a better Birmingham and a better country. And a lot of it is because of what happened in this city 50 years ago. We are going to march off the campus. We're going to do on April 24th exactly what Marty Turnipseed did. A young lady, as you heard from the mayor, who heard on the radio that there were 7 African-American girls sitting in at a counter in Woolworth, and she decided, I'm going to do something about it. She got up off of her chair, walked off of this campus, and went down and sat in with those 7 ladies. She was arrested and eventually literally expelled from school. A year later, she came back and graduated, but her individual concern for her fellow man or woman, and the type of person that she represented is something that we want to emulate, and we're going to on the 24th of April. We are going to march off this hill. We're going to be joined by young men and women from the high school and the grade schools along the way, plus we hope to have some gospel choirs, and we're going to show not just the city of Birmingham, but more importantly the nation and the world that Birmingham is moving forward, and we're moving forward as one. And I cannot thank you enough, Mr. Mayor, for all you're doing for this city now, and for what you're doing in the year 2013 to send the signal that Birmingham is back. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.